Thank you everyone for joining us. My name is Nicole Kaysen and I am the Event Marketing Specialist here at Consensus, and I am going to be your moderator for today's session. So this webinar is presented by Consensus, Transform How You Sell with Consensus, the first product experience platform. Automate demos, drive faster decisions, and accelerate growth. And you can learn more at goconsensus.com. So before we start, we do have a quick announcement. We are so excited for another year of DemoFest, and we will be in San Francisco for DemoFest X on February 20th, so just next week. And you can register at demofest.com or the link that I will post in the chat in just a moment. And if you cannot join us in person and can't get out to San Francisco next week, you can join us for DemoFest Virtual. So this will be April 22nd to 24th. You can also register at demofest.com, or I will post another link in the chat in just a moment as well. So we encourage you to participate in today's webinar. Our speaker will answer any questions at the close of the event and maybe a few throughout the event, but you're welcome to post at any time through the Q&A box on the right side of your console. And now I would like to introduce our speaker. Natasha Bax is founder and principal at the Demoscene BV. She has been coaching and training software vendors to deliver better sales demos for over 17 years. The Demoscene is the great demo partner for EMEA. And before starting the Demoscene, Natasha worked at SAP, first as a pre-sales professional, later switching to enabling SAP partners transitioning from implementation services focus to becoming resellers. So Natasha directly pinpoints the areas in need of improvement and maximizes the performance of individuals and teams in an energetic and uplifting manner. Her feedback is personal, honest, and always focused on the best results. And with that, I will turn the rest of the time over to you, Natasha.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Let me share my screen. All right. So we're going to talk about demo automation, but let me get one thing straight first. Automation doesn't fix bad demos. It just makes them bad faster. So today I'll share some proven strategies to make sure your automated demo drive results instead of driving prospects away. Let us dive in. Most automated demos fail, and the consequences aren't just bad, they can be disastrous. The best and worst thing about automated demos is that they replicate very quickly. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire. You shouldn't do it. Many people see poor demos without you even knowing it. You've invested a lot of time. You don't know why they are leaving, and they have left already. Prospects silently slip away, out-qualifying you without you even realizing they were interested. Losing deals, losing credibility, and countless opportunities. One poorly crafted automated demo can spread like a wildfire, amplifying the mistakes across hundreds of prospects. And each click and view could be damaging your reputation, losing trust and driving prospects further away. So that's not good. Let's fix that. But first, let's look back at why this is happening. Now, most demos are terrible. Most automated demos are terrible because most demos are not optimum. But here's the thing. When people deliver them, they get away with it. Why? Because a great presenter can mask a weak demo, and automation, that exposes everything. Pre-sales and salespeople bring something more than just information to a demo. They bring connection, personality, trust, and that smile, that story, that moment of empathy, that's what makes prospects feel understood. The interaction corrects the missing links in the demo structure or the narrative. And a big problem with demo automation is that when pre-sales teams own the demo automation project, very often the most successful team member is asked to record their demos. And everyone expects those recorded demos to be massively successful as the solution consultant. But then they find out that they are not. the demos are too long, overly complex, boring, confusing, hard to look at. They're not convincing at all. They're not replicating the success of that pre-sales person. So why not? Because often demos lack structure, a solid foundation, a value-related narrative. Your most successful pre-sales is likely the nicest person in your team. They add their personality to the demo, and that makes the difference. The personal touch, the way they hold their head when listening to questions, the little jokes, the way they tell stories. And all these selling points cannot be transmitted into your automated demos. So when you automate these demos, you'll likely automate poor demos. Now, a lot of companies underestimate the art of the demo. It is not just showing the product. Most companies know that they need some kind of demo automation to stay in the game and to get higher conversion rates, to turn demos into lead machines on websites, to use it as discovery tools for your sales reps and to help them in early conversations, creating compelling follow-up messages with sneak peeks into your products. And all these things they try to do to reduce the burden on the pre-sales team so they can focus on the must-win opportunities. That's why you invested in demo automation. You're expecting it to deliver those results and drive real value and real growth for your business. And we are here to help you achieve those goals. But first, we need to correct things. Otherwise, you won't achieve those results. So now let's see how to get there. Let's explore how to do it better. So there's 3 areas to focus on. It's about focus, structure, and a narrative. Let's start with focus. Most automated demos are centered around features. The feature is the focal point, and you add some context to the feature. The issue with that is that your viewers, your prospects, they don't care about the features. They care about solving their problems. And when prospects don't see their problems reflected, they disengage very quickly. And your demo becomes another screen full of features and buttons and things. And most demos are about how employees are working with your software, or for admin teams to set things up. You talk about options, you talk about how to change the screens, how to add a table to a graph. But the people that are watching your demos, they are looking for something else. You would like to bond, to build a relationship with people that make buying decisions. Features lead to users. Problems lead to buyers. And in today's competitive environment, if your demo doesn't speak to your buyers' pain points, they'll out-qualify you before you even know they were looking, before you haven't had a chance to make your case. So what if you could turn it around? What if your demo is centered on the problems and the people you're helping, rather than just the features you're showcasing? So our recommendation is to start focusing on your ICP, your ideal customer profile, your ideal customer, and tell a unique story for each stakeholder. Help them move from their current painful state to a brighter future. That context matters. So it's important to collaborate with people who understand the stakeholder. And these are a couple of questions that you can ask. Find out, what are the stakeholders' critical business issues? What are their goals? What are their risks? Identify underlying problems caused by insufficient software. And then explain how your solution fills those gaps. In this way, you can use real-world examples and concrete scenarios to show how you add value and you can solve these problems. And then when prospects see their challenges reflected in your demo, they'll understand how your software helps them to achieve their goals. So it's all about embracing the customer and make it all about them and not your feature. And with this approach, whether this is an automated demo on your website or a live sales demo, your prospects will see not just your software feature, but they will perceive it as a solution to their problems. So that focus on the customer is important. Let go the focus on the feature, focus on the prospect and their needs. And next, you need a structure supporting focus on this buyer. And not only by solving their problems with your solution, but also supporting them in their buying process. What we often see and what research shows is that companies rely on one standard demo. That demo is called the golden demo, the platinum demo, the signature demo. It's the demo everyone on the team must be able to deliver. The go-to when someone asks for a demo. And these demos, often called harbor tour, spray and pray, show up and throw up, these demos are not the key to success. Not when companies start, but with companies starting with demo automation, they often start automating these long, unsuccessful demos. They're too long, they're too detailed, they're too complex, they're inside out, they're overwhelming, and very often very boring. Companies try to squeeze everything into one long demo. These are often focused on explaining processes, on how to set things up, rather than showing value. And the result is that prospects leave before finishing. They don't provide contact details. And you've lost them before you even know they were there. So let's look at it differently. Let's take a step back. So think of these golden demos as going to a movie theater, but in this case, the theater only plays one film only. It's a mix of romance and comedy and action and horror. It's all crammed into one single 8-hour movie. And no one will sit through it. And no one gets exactly what they want. So that's not what they do in the theater. They don't offer 8-hour movies. They do it differently. They create shorter movies. And they offer a variety of movies in that theater. They give control to the audience to see the movie they are interested. And you can do the same when you automate your demo. Break that standard demo into small, easy, digestible, standalone components. And each component focuses on solving one problem, one critical business issue. And let me, there's some messages in the chat. Nicole, will you chime in when there's questions that you want me to answer?
Yes, I will let you know when we have some good questions. Okay. We're getting great participation.
All right. So as you now have more individual pieces, each focusing on a specific topic, your next step would be to offer your viewers and your reps guidance on which part of the demo, which demo to choose. So instead of forcing every prospect through the same long demo, you let them choose their own adventure, their own journey, just like a restaurant menu. Start with a short intro that represents a few key options and let viewers select what's relevant for them, whether this is by job title, problem, or interest area. Research shows that adding an intro chapter increases demo engagement by 72%. And the most successful demos had 1.4 times more branching path than average. So breaking up your demo into chunks and let the viewers choose works. This way, instead of overwhelming prospects with everything at once, now you can give them exactly what they need. And that will keep them engaged and move forward towards a decision. This is a very simple way to present something crisp and precise. And Consensus is using that. So you all remember, you all recognize this screen, but this is basically a long demo broken up into smaller chunks, and you can decide what for you is very important, somewhat important, or not important, and you offer that to your customers. We recommend using job titles as a starting point because people always know their job title or what they're about, and then you let the viewer decide which items from that menu of topics they are interested in. So you only serve the dish of their choice. And in this way, you give everybody exactly what they need. And prospects feel they're in control. You allow them to drive the conversation. You're not overwhelming them. Instead, you're just offering a teaser of the good things your software can do for them. Now, this approach, which is called the menu approach in Great Demo, is used by nearly all Great Demo practitioners in a variety of situations. It's a great self-rescue technique, especially when there's little information about the customer. And as you can see, it's embedded in the Consensus platform and is seen as the key to success. It increases the play rate because you give control. You let viewers choose their own adventure. And by doing that, you also increase your conversion rates. But there's a bit more to this. We can learn from other industries too. From Netflix, for example. When you decide to see a movie on Netflix, you typically follow a 3-step structure. First, you see the poster, the icon displayed. If it captures your interest, you watch the trailer. And if that looks promising, you settle in to watch the entire movie. Now, we recommend a similar structure for your demo automation. First, automated demos that buyers see, the first demo that your potential buyer sees, serves as a poster. The goal is to engage buyers and get them to sign up for more before you bring in the details. You want to give them a teaser using simple language and limiting the demo to just 1 or 2 clicks. You want to get their information. You don't want to gate your demo. So after that first introduction, you want to get this data. Now, if they're interested, the next step is a trailer, a slightly longer automated demo that shows your software ease of use. Keep clicks minimum. The more viewers have to click, the more difficult your product looks. Just show an easy, frequently used pathway in your software. And then finally, there's the movie, the full demo. I believe it is worthwhile keeping this for live, the human-led presentations. This is where you can dive deeper into specifics and tailor the experience to their needs. Because by now, you might have much more information about the prospect. So 3 steps. Let's talk about the first step, the first demo. The poster type of demo. For these demos, a good inspiration is TikTok. TikTok is short, compelling snippets to draw viewers in, make them engage, make them eager for more, and lead them sign up for more of your content. So you want to build excitement and buy-in before the details come in. Focus on the objective of the demo in the buying journey. The customer, the viewer, is likely in the early stages. They don't need all the details yet. It is the start. So make this demo, this first demo, extremely short, like an appetizer. Simple, common language, and limit that demo to 1 or 2 clicks. Because the goal is not to convince them on everything you can do. The goal in these first demos is to start the interaction. to get them to the next step. And the shorter the demo, the higher the chances that your viewer stays until the end. Now let's look inside in that demo. How is it structured? We believe that each demo snippet, how short it is, you start by providing some context. And this can be trends in the market, common issues by people in similar roles, or the goals they have. And you can use the information from your ICP that we talked about before to provide this context. So make it about them. They recognize themselves in the situation. And you then show an end result illustration of how your software solves these issues. You do the last thing first. You show the solution to the problem in one software screen, maybe two if it's needed. And in that way, the viewer immediately sees that you have a solution to the problem that they just recognized. They can now visualize the solution and they know if they like it. Let me use an analogy to describe that. Let's assume that you would need to finish this 2,000 pieces jigsaw puzzle. What would help you with that task? Very likely you're thinking, well, a picture of the end result. Where do you typically find that? You typically find it on the box of that jigsaw puzzle. And they put it there for a reason, because no one wants to solve a 2,000 pieces jigsaw puzzle and end up with something that they don't like. The same is applicable for your demos. No one wants to sit through a demo without knowing if this in the end will bring something to them. And seeing that end result first, that helps prospect to understand that it's worth their time to invest in this. It is worth their time to finish this demo puzzle. And if they don't like Van Gogh, if they don't like what they see, they can leave because they don't fit your proposition. You also don't want to spend time with them. And showing that end result also helps the viewer to understand the technical pieces that come in later, how they fit together. That is the objective of presenting a teaser demo with the end result first. Your viewer knows that you have a solution. They see it right away. Now, important to remember is that people buy software for insights, to make better decisions. They don't buy your software to go through a series of complex steps. So you tease them first with what they get out of it. And also remember, people buy with their eyes. So always start with something that is visually attractive. Focus on the insights, focus on the colorful dashboard, focus on the report, not on the process, not all these complicated steps and the screens full of data and full of things to do. Now, once you've selected the right software screens, you need to ensure that viewers understand what they're looking at. Many automated demos don't explain the software screens well enough. And the reason for that is that the people that are creating them, they are very experienced. They cannot imagine that viewers get lost. But let me tell you, they will get lost. You'll have to guide the viewer and clearly indicate where they need to click and what they need to look at. So you add video, audio, or text elements to explain what viewers see and what your sales reps should highlight if they're using the demo automation in their conversations. Remember, viewers are seeing your software for the first time. They don't know where to look. You have to make them focus on what matters most to them and focus only on a few, on the key takeaways. This isn't a training. It's about persuading people. It's about letting people see that you have on a high level, that you have a solution to their problems. Make it easy to understand. Just ignore the details. Also, don't use product names or acronyms as much as possible. Use normal language. And then connect the software with the added value that it will bring. People can only create a business case internally if they understand the added value. And they need your support with that. The people that are watching your demos, those are the people that need internally to convince other people. And they need to make that business case. And you're the best to support them with that. And that's all in that first demo. Your poster. Context, 1 or 2 screens to tease them. And then it is important to get the audience to the call to action, the CTA, to check if they want to see more, or they want to be in touch with a rep, or they want some more information. Research shows that the completion rate of a demo is largely dependent on the number of clicks, which is logical, of course. So keep your demo short and get to the CTA as soon as possible, the call to action as soon as possible. I highly recommend that you make your first demos accessible for everybody, but keep them short. They must be concise enough to lead every viewer to the first call to action on your website, or to integrate them in the sales rep script. Include that call to action on the first screen. It might be, would you like to see more? Would you like to speak to a rep? Would you like more information? And what you can see here in the Consensus software, the highlighted green boxes are all call to actions, and they're everywhere. Now let's imagine that your viewer wants to see more. Then you provide the trailer, the second demo. This demo is slightly longer and proves that your software is easy to use. It's a brief path to let them experience the software. Again, be mindful of the number of clicks. The more viewers have to click, the more difficult your product looks. Keep it simple. Just show an easy but frequently used pathway with your software. Within Great Demo, we call this just do it. Let them use your software with 1, 2, 3 additional clicks. Now, as this demo is a bit longer, you need to keep guiding your viewers. So before clicking to the next screen, you want to give your viewers a heads up to prepare them of what they will be seeing. You don't want to confuse them with a screen that they don't know. So give them explicit and foolproof instructions. Your software doesn't look easy if your viewers or your sales rep, if they get lost. Now, I've been talking a lot about call to actions. Call to actions, CTAs, are crucial in demo automation. I believe this is the biggest difference compared to live demos. In a live demo, you can adapt on the fly, responding to feedback and questions that guide you towards what's important to show. You can ask the audience if they'd like to see more, and you get an answer directly. But this is not possible in demo automation. So that's where the CTAs come in. In a way, it is the way to keep that conversation going, to get in a conversation and to adapt the script or what people are seeing. So in that, let's say, what was it called? in that trailer, after a few clicks, you again ask the viewer if they want to speak to a rep, if they want to see more information, if they want to see more of your software, if they need more information, if they want to be invited to a webinar. But you can also ask which exact next things they would like to see in the software, which specific parts in the software they would like to further explore. So basically, you again provide a menu of options, and you let viewers choose what they see next. That prevents you from having to show that long, complex demo. So you can use your chunked up demos and guide them to potential smaller segments, next elements that they might be interested in. And in this way, you provide options to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And viewers can choose their own journey. Now, has anyone heard of the inverted pyramid, which is used in well-written online text and news articles, how they are presented? Now, let me show you how those are prepared. They start high level with the most important information, and the more the article progresses, the more details are provided. This is crucial in this digital age where attention spans are shorter and more digital content is produced than ever. You can apply, and we strongly suggest you apply the same technique in your demos. So what does that mean to your traditional demo where you explain the basics? You don't do that anymore. You turn it upside down. You make it focus, you make it shorter. And you give that first part, that top, this is your poster. This can be your trailer. And the more they progress through the trailer, the more they get to the details. So this is how you can structure your demo and help the buyer to buy from you, to give them what they need and what they need only in this particular stage of their buying journey. But there's one more element that we haven't discussed, and that's the narrative. That is what you say, what you tell during your demo. Now, basically, this brings together the things that we already discussed. First, those demos and what you tell, the narrative should not be about you. It should not be about your product. Now, how do you make it about the buyer? Transform your demo into a buyer's journey. I'm not saying the day-in-the-day life of somebody, some staffers, some admin people. I mean a journey that takes the buyer from their current painful, difficult situation to a brighter future. Tell a compelling story. And in this story, you, the vendor, is not the hero. The customer is the hero. And your product is an enabler. And you, the vendor, you're the mentor. You're guiding them. And I strongly recommend to start a story by highlighting issues that other customers in similar situations face. So you talk about the messiness, and then you show how your solution helps to overcome these problems, how they can clean it up. And you demonstrate the added value that solving these problems brought to other customers that work with your software. The value is a crucial element in all demos. The ultimate goal of that demo is to enable the buyer. You're helping them to sell this initiative that they are very much interested in, but they need to convince other people in the organization. They need to sell it internally to their manager and to their manager's manager. Now, this storytelling approach focuses on the right audience, the buyers, not the users. The buyers buy from you. The users are using it. And that's beyond the sales cycle. So you visualize the outcome, helping them to see the added value clearly. You've sparked their interest in what is possible, and you've given them exactly what they need now, while offering more information for those further along in the buying process. You help them to buy. Now, there's one element that is almost not available in human-led demos. And it's a crucial feature in demo automation. The best part of demo automation is that you can measure everything. You can measure what works, what doesn't work, and improve it. Don't just launch your demo automation and hope it will do something. Track key metrics like play rates, drop-off points, the call to action clicks. Integrate it with your CRM. Run A/B testing and refine your demos based on real data. Very often, companies start with demolytics, as you can see it here, after recording a lot of their demos. Why not start with that? So you can learn right from the start. The sooner you start measuring, the sooner you can optimize, and the better your demos will convert. Now, before we close, are there any questions or thoughts about what we've covered today? I don't hear Nicole.
I'm here. We can just answer some questions at the close of the session if that works for you.
Yeah, all right. So automated demos, they should work for you, not against you. And when you do them right, they engage prospects, they generate leads, they move deals forward. But they only work if they are structured correctly. Now, it's your turn. Start optimizing today. And I recommend to take one step at a time. Shorten your demos. Focus on buyer problems, or add clear call to actions. And if you need help, we are here. Connect with us. I've added that connection, that QR code for LinkedIn. We're here to make your demo automation a success. You only have to reach out to us. So let me hear your thought. Let me hear what is the questions that you have, the concerns that you have that we didn't discuss. We still have a bit of time left.
Yes, you do have some time. So please feel free to ask all your questions. Go ahead and put them in the chat. We have one question that says, what level of customization do you support? The UI design is quite expressive, and that's not really aligned with our brand. Do you have different styles to choose from? Something more minimal? I guess this is consensus related. We can answer that probably post event. Let's go to some other ones. Yes, this is recorded and it will be shared afterwards. How do you balance automation and human elements in demos to ensure they don't feel robotic?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of automation. Maybe you can add some more context to this. Are we talking about videos? Are we talking about, the interactive demos? What's the kind? Can you add some context to the question?
We can revisit that one. Another one is, how do you see the role of AI and machine learning evolving in the future of automated demos?
I believe that very, very quickly. I'm trying to stop sharing. Nicole, if I click stop sharing, is that screen then gone?
Yeah, it'll disappear and it'll just be our faces.
All right.
There we are.
Yeah. So AI, I believe very soon that that you can ask questions. You have the possibility to ask questions in the demo flow, the automated demo. So when viewers ask questions, I believe that very soon it will be possible that the AI answers these questions with the basic answers. Maybe there will still be questions that AI cannot answer, and they will be forwarded to the vendor. Another thing that we are already seeing is that AI can help, of course, creating the demo scripts, but also create the videos automatically using avatars, so that people don't need to sit in front of the camera when it's a video demo automation, but there's an avatar that looks as a real human, and that can do all that. So you don't have to sit in front of the camera and speak those texts, but this can be done automatically via AI. And I'm not sure how far Consensus or other vendors are with this, but I foresee this happening. This will happen pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Someone shared that the software they sell is ERP, very broad and holistic. Is it feasible to be able to have the poster contain only 1 to 2 clicks?
I think it is. So if you would start, for instance, let's talk about a sales director. I would say you create your first question on the website, if it's a website demo, of course, is to let them select which role they have, sales manager, sales director, and then you provide a menu of, let's say, 5 things that are really useful for a sales director. And when there's a finance manager, they get a different menu of different parts in your financial part of the system that they can see. Now, you might think, well, but they cannot see the integration. But in all fairness, the integration is not, for first demos, the poster demos, it's not about integration and how that works. When there's a sales director, they just want to see what they need, and they don't care about the integration with the finance. And the same is the finance person. They just want to see the report that's important for them. And then later in the sales cycle, they might be interested where the data come from and how they can communicate with others. Does that answer your question, person that asked that?
Let's see if they respond. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Let's see if there's any others that come in. Oh. Alrighty. I'm not seeing any new ones join. If anyone does have follow-up questions after the event, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can reach out to Consensus, Natasha, via LinkedIn, I believe you said. Someone said, great insight on how to build a demo automation approach and ensure that customers are engaged and have an easily available call to action. Agreed. Yep. So Natasha, thank you. It was really great content. Lot of great takeaways. I personally appreciated all of your analogies. So if no one else has any questions, we can wrap. Please feel free to reach out post-event. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your time and your expertise. We hope to see everyone at DemoFest. If you can join, Natasha will be presenting at DemoFest Virtual. So if you would like to learn more from her, please register, join us. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. So thank you.
Thank you all. And let us know where we can help.
Yes. Awesome.
Take care. Bye-bye.